Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a video on character creation in the game Path of Exile. They recently had a big game update and it changed a lot of the game mechanics, so I thought it might be cool to do a video just detailing kind of the character creation for this game. So as you can see, it starts here with kind of like this dark hold of a ship, and you're kind of playing as like an exile from the home continent, and you're going to this new continent as the guy is shouting behind you. You can see the jailer. So let's look at some of the classes here. It looks like there's 6 of them. So here is
Wept and bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one. And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
okay. So that's the Templar. It looks like they have something to say, each of them. So let's look at the next guy here, the Shadow.
A simple job, I was told. Silence a big mouth, get a big payout, and no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed. They raised a toast to a job well done. I drank, and the next thing I know, I'm on this stinking crate bound for exile. It's not a complete loss, I suppose. The way I hear it, there'll be plenty of work for a man of my talents in Rayclast.
Alright, let's go to the next class, the Marauder.
I am a warrior, raised to honor my ancestors, to die with a weapon in my hand and the Karui way in my blood. Warrior chained me, made me a slave. For 3 years, I have lived without my family, my pride, my way. I welcome exile. I welcome Rayclast. Hear me, ancestors. A slave stands behind you. A warrior stands before you. And death walks at our side.
Okay. The next looks like the Ranger.
No life can be owned. Not a deer's, not a rabbit's, and not mine. Every creature has a birth-given right to live however it will, however it can. My right is to hunt, to feed off the wilderness in the understanding that one day, the wilderness will feed off me. The fat lords of Oriath have no such understanding. They call me poacher and thief, clap me in irons and haul me like cargo into exile. No matter. I'll make the forests and mountains of Rayclast my new home. My freedom and my bow, that's all I need.
Okay, and the Duelist.
He had it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with inaction? Simply because of his high birth? If that lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care not for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be in exile, but I will carve a road back to Oriath, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Rayclast, but I will live to hear them scream my name in the great arenas again.
And the Witch.
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
Okay, so those are the 6 classes, so let's go ahead and choose one. Let's do the Duelist
He had
here.
it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with inaction? Simply because of his high birth? That lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care naught for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be an exile, but I will carve a road back to Orith, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Raycliffe.
Okay, so it looks like it's starting the game here. So it looks like the game itself, you don't set up your character really that much. It looks like you just basically choose who you want to play, and then you just get started. So let's see here. It looks like a rusted sword pickup. Okay, and so there's like a chat box. It looks like that goes over here. Okay. So far it looks like you can zoom in or zoom out. Okay, so let's see what's this here.
Bastards dumped near 24 of us off that ship. You and me were all that survived the swim. Never was much difference between exile and a death sentence. Once I catch my breath here, we'll take a look around. See what Raycliffe does on offer. Thought I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. It could be worth checking if there's...
Oh, and he gets eaten.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
Okay, so it looks like I picked up some sort of item there. Let's see. Looks like it's called Double Strike. Perform 2 fast attacks on an enemy target with your main hand melee weapon. Okay. So how do I... Okay, so it looks like it's a socket that you put into a into another weapon. Okay, and it looks like you get some potions to use to fix your health. Okay. So all in all, it's a pretty beautiful game in the sense of you know, like the water and the land here. And the fighting is pretty visceral, as we can see here. You have like enemies splitting in half, and there's a lot of blood and such. So, but all in all, it does a good job of kind of showing kind of the bleak world, so to speak. Okay, so it looks like I picked up those, and looks like it put those on me. Now, what I notice here that's kind of cool is it looks like as soon as the gauntlets are picked up, it looks like it automatically affects my character. Take out this zombie here. That actually looks like they kind of kept to zombie lore in the sense that they're only really dangerous in groups. Now, I do remember playing this game around the time that it first came out. And I can definitely say that it's very much improved since then. The graphics are better, the combat mechanics are better, and because just before I remember it was just very, you know, just kind of the graphics were all over the place. So like you were fighting and there was all kinds of animations, and it was just kind of confusing. But I really like kind of what they've done so far. Okay, so now it looks like there isn't really a map. So it looks like you can run out in the water only so far before an invisible wall gets you. Okay, so it looks like we got some more zombies here.
It's nice not to be dead to yourself.
Okay, so it says you've gained a skill point when you leveled up. Click here to use that skill point. Let's look and see what it gives us here. Go somewhere kind of safe here. Okay, so this is a very, very massive skill tree here. Okay, so it looks like we've started right up in here, and then it looks like you can select two different ones: attack speed and accuracy, 6% increased attack speed, 12% accuracy rating, or plus 14 to maximum life, plus 14 increased physical damage with attacks. I'm going to choose that one. Okay, and so let's see, how do we, okay, so we apply points. Okay, so it looks like we got that one there. Okay, so then we hit, we get back to the, okay, we just hit escape to get back. Okay. This game reminds me a lot of the Torchlight games, 1 and 2. Torchlight, of course, had a lot more comedic elements to it, where there's really nothing funny about this game whatsoever. Okay, so it looks like a kind of boss here that I kind of met here, Hillock. One thing this game has always had is it's very creative. I remember the last time that I played it was quite creative in the sense you have the zombie here. He has swords and knives sticking out of him. He just pulls a sword out of his chest to fight you with. Okay, so we got him there. So it looks like there's some more iron gauntlets there, a driftwood maul, a crude bow, a peo amulet, and a corroded blade. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so that's 4 to 8. Okay, so it looks like we will want to switch out that sword there. Now that's a two-handed, it looks like, versus the one-handed. So let's try that two-handed and see kind of what it does here. Let's see if there's any more enemies that respawn. Okay, so it actually looks like this might be a game that doesn't respawn mobs, that you, once you've cleared an area, it clears. So it says to enter town for your reward. Okay, so we're gonna go into Lion Eye's Watch. Okay, so it looks like there's some like quests that you can take. Let's see. Okay, so then this here is a waypoint. It looks like, so you do have waypoints, and it looks like you have to unlock them. So I can go back to where I started, or it looks like there's a waypoint ahead that I haven't unlocked yet. So it says you have killed Hillock, the zombie attacking the town. Talk to Tarklai for a reward. So let's see what reward we got here from Tarklai. Okay. Ah, there he is.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, don't tell me. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us the moment his blackguards dumped us in the water out there. Just live or die now. Here, have one of these. No need to thank me. I'm thinking of myself and the others here. The longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Okay, so it looks like you can choose. And it looks like there's some other areas you can click on
Exile
here.
Empire has some right nasty leftovers. Whether it's something in the air or in the water, no one stays dead in Rayclast. Not the first time. Take a little while, but sooner or later corpses wake up and go looking for breakfast. The walls of this old ruin, Lion Eye's watch. Defensible enough with a few stout, well-armed veterans. But what have I got? Starving exiles with driftwood clubs and rusted dirks.
Okay, so it looks like you can take on some quests here and then continue on your way. So this has been a video here to show you the character creation, assigning of your first skill points, and a couple of the quests you can first take on the first level 1 map. So thanks for watching this video, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.